Can you all tell me something about your dad?
He's funny. He's really funny. He tells us jokes and he sings funny songs.
Can you give me something about Daddy?
Yeah.
We always pretend that we're doing a match together.
Oh yeah, they kind of fight in their room.
Yep. And mostly Daddy wins, but sometimes I win.
My dad was a good man. He was a good father. He didn't give me much advice growing up, but I saw that he had a lot of respect for people. And he wasn't a very religious man, but he came into the church. He later left, and we didn't talk a whole lot, but I loved him very much, and hopefully I'll get to see him again. That's about it.
A memory of my father is where I remember where he used to cook for my mom and the family. He would hunt, and I just love being a part of the kitchen and remembering the good things of my father with cooking and taking care of the family and being number one, a God fearing man, taking care of number one. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
My dad is the best baker. I remember baking with him in the kitchen as a little girl, and it's carried on into my adulthood. Am I the best baker? Not that much, but I am kind of the best cook. So happy Father's Day, Dad.
He's funny and he lets us help him work. And we go out together to eat and have fun. And we go in the water together. And we do all kinds of things together. And I love Daddy.
The thing that stands out about him, and I'll truly say, he was human, he was fallible, but he was an excellent example of the love my Heavenly Father has for me. He was always there until he couldn't be any longer. So I'm blessed, and I still have just beautiful memories in general of my dear father.
Tell me something about your dad.
My father was Italian, and I remember so many fond memories of us growing up with him. And he passed away before my mom passed away due to cancer. But I remember fond memories where Sundays was pasta Sundays. My mother was from the West Indies, so she cooked for him like she was from Italy because that's what he ate. And I can remember not just playing jazz in the house, but playing calypso in the house, and us all dancing around and having such a good time with him, my mom. He would go over to the pot where she was cooking. We made fresh sauce. He would stir the sauce, and he would smell the sauce, and he would kiss her up and love her up. We danced around the whole house. We ate meatballs. We ate pasta. I mean, that was his joy, to be with his family and to be with his 3 daughters. I'm one of 3. I'm the baby. And I remember being at the table and him looking at us and, "You like your pasta? You like your meatballs?" Like he would look and he gets the joy out of knowing you're enjoying your food. So those are fond memories that I hold dear to my heart when it comes to my dad. Not only giving us wisdom and raising us as Black African American women, and instilling that in us as a white man, but knowing that he had a beautiful wife and beautiful daughters, raising us up to the people that we needed to be, accomplished, Christian foundation, based, and Adventist based, and just having those precious memories that I could always hold in my heart. They linger constantly, day by day. I miss him so much.
There's so many memories of my father. My father is amazing, and my father is still alive. I'll give you the most recent memory is I went to visit him, and my father kicked his leg up, which I'm not able to do as much anymore, but kicked his leg up in the air about this high and touched it and said, "See, I can still do it," right? So it's amazing. He's been a vegetarian for maybe 45, 50 years and still wakes up in the morning to do his devotion, and every evening he does his devotion. So my father is an amazing man. He's the greatest man to walk this earth since Jesus. And I am honored the fact that what he's bestowed and how he raised me, how he raised us, and the love of Christ that he placed in our hearts. So I'm grateful for him. I call him Jerry. Everybody calls him Jerry for his nickname, and so he knows who he is, but I love him dearly, and so I'm grateful for him.
One of my fondest memories of him has to do with me coming to him and asking him for some assistance. And my father was a unique kind of guy. Didn't say very much, but when he spoke very strength, spoke with great strength. So he said, "Come here, son," and patted on the chair and said, "Come sit right here." And in that memory, he said, "Son, there's going to come a time when you're going to ask me for assistance. And I'm going to say no. It won't be because I don't have it. It will be because you need to learn to stand on your own skis," is what he said. And so from that day forward, I'll never forget that moment. My father challenged me to become the man that God wanted me to be that day. And so I thank God for him.
Oh, my dad always traveled, and anywhere he traveled, he would bring back gifts. And that was an awesome experience. Every time he went somewhere, he would bring back gifts for me, and I remember that very vividly.
One memory of my dad was picking us up from school in a sky blue Cadillac. We thought it was ours. It was the people he worked for. It had Venetian blinds in the back and air conditioning. We were not used to that. But that was a joyride for me, being with my dad picking us up from school in a sky blue Cadillac.
Yes.
My father's name was George E. Mitchell. I am the youngest. Unfortunately, he's not here anymore. But my favorite memory is when he would come to pick me up from functions, he'd have on socks with sandals. He'd have on plaid pants and a striped shirt. And I would always ask my mother, why did you let him leave like that? And she said, I tried to stop him, but it was too late. But my father was my best friend. I talked to him about everything, and I miss him to this day. But I'm the mini-me. I look just like him, and I act just like him. So, happy Father's Day.
My father was William Frederick Collier. He was the father over 6 children and one wife. And he is a man who left a great footprint and a blessing for his children. He is a provider. He was our priest, our family priest, and he came from humble beginnings. His family was poor, and my dad didn't even get to finish school, and he opened his own business, and we had never gone any days without food. He was a great provider. God blessed him, and he's an awesome father.